This episode is brought to you by Rachel.B Cosmetics. Shop right now at rachelbcosmetics.myshopify.com.
I sit on the corner and shook my shit. Now I'm finna give y'all another hit.
Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Pep Talk. I am your host, Pepper Braxton, and I am here with another special guest.
Because we got a lot of shit to talk about.
We do.
So
I'm a girl. Just blow my shit out. Fuck me, nail me to the cross, put me in the mattress.
I didn't lose my virginity to a guy until I moved to him and asked him.
Are you into feet play?
yes.
Yes.
Say bumping purses or something.
I've dated a bottom before. How did that work? How much is
You need to fuck me every night.
every night? But
Every
thank you for tuning in to another episode of Pep Talk. I am your host, Pepper Braxton, and I am here with another special guest. Before I even tell y'all who this lady is, y'all might know her from being Ballroom Rachel Ebony, Rachel Garcon, Rachel Balenciaga, and more. You may know her from the hit show Down Here Chasing Dallas, but this is my motherfucking sister. I've been knowing her well over 13 years. We go back like two motherfucking peas in a pot.
Hey.
Rachel, what's good? I got you on the podcast.
Yes, I'm so proud of you. I love the podcast.
Thank you. I'm so proud of you too, bitch. You down here making this shade.
Definitely making the shade.
Yep. Let's cheers to that. We're drinking
Definitely.
shams today. So this Juneteenth, I want to ask you how you feeling.
I'm overwhelmed.
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited, but I'm
Mhm.
also nervous.
Mm-hmm.
I launched my new lip gloss line, Rachel.B Cosmetics. Website officially airs on Monday,
Mhm.
so hopefully I don't sell out at the Beats on a Bridge. I have
Mhm.
me a little booth, so if
Mhm.
you're in Dallas, baby, come.
Pull up, pull up. So I just want to let the viewers know, as I stated, we've been knowing each other for a long time. You are somebody that means a lot to me. But for the people who don't know you, where are you from and how old are you?
I'm originally from Virginia.
Mm-hmm.
Grew up in New York. So basically, that's me.
And how old are you?
Oh, I'm 30 years old, the big 3-0.
What's your sign?
I'm a Pisces. February 28th, the biggest.
Growing up, did you have any siblings?
Yes, I have 3 other siblings. I have 2 oldest brothers, and I have a little sister.
Mm-hmm. How old were you when you moved to New York?
I say I was like 12, 13.
Mm-hmm.
But my family is from New York, so
Mhm.
therefore it's like
Oh,
I'm always
okay.
there every time we get a break from school.
Mhm.
Baby, my mom is shooting up there.
Mhm.
Every summer,
Mhm.
never did summer school, smart bitch.
So
Thank
when you moved to New York when you were 12, did like you and all your siblings move or just you?
So my mom was shipping like my brother, because they got kicked out of school and stuff like that. So they shipped them to New York, and then I used to do like this summer school program with FIT.
Mhm.
So therefore, I would go like every summer. So.
When you officially moved, where you staying with your grandmother?
No, my mom.
Okay.
My
Okay,
mom-
so y'all all moved.
Yeah. So me, my mom, and my little sister, when she retired from the prison, she was like, I'm moving back to New York.
Okay. So how was it growing in New York with your siblings and your mother, like as a teenager?
It's the same to me, honestly, like, because I'm so used, all my family's in New York, so I'm so used to like the New York lifestyle and everything. So therefore, it's like I just adapt to it, and baby, I'm always gonna rep New York. I don't rep Virginia like that.
Living in New York at those young years, I'm talking like teenage years, in your other form, your twin.
Yeah, my twin.
Were you out?
I wasn't. I was very
wasn't?
no. I wasn't. I was very a shy kid.
Mhm.
Never really want to be like seen. There, never really had attention like that.
Mhm.
So therefore, growing up and joining the ballroom scene, that's when I started like branching out and like knowing myself and having a voice.
Did you always know though that you were different, like you were gay, or when did you know that?
I been knew I was gay because I started messing with guys like when I was like 7 years old.
To remind you, my sister, she's some teeth. My sister is a tricky fat bitch. But yeah, go back to what you were saying.
But yeah, growing up, I messed with my first guy when I was 7, and I always hang out with the girls, never really with the boys. I played boys sports at that time, but other than that, I was with the girls doing cheerleading and doing dance and everything. My mom put me in dance school when I was 4 years old, so therefore, she already knew I was gay.
I was gonna say, your mama never came to you and asked you about it?
No, she never really asked. Like, I wrote her a letter because it was like coming out National Day and everything. I wrote her a letter, and she came out. She was like, "Bitch, I already knew. I knew since you was 4."
How old were you when you wrote this letter to her?
We were just leaving New York. I'm leaving Virginia to go to New York.
So you were like 12, 13.
Yeah. So she was like, "Child, I already know."
And how was that with your siblings?
They basically knew. I just never like publicly say it and everything. You know, I used to get picked on like, "Oh, you go." I always had girlfriends, so it's like, nah, I'm just a little sassy.
So the transition, it was easy for you.
Definitely easy. Like I feel like I had one of the smoothest transition. Didn't go through like family disown and all that bad stuff. So
I want to go back into you saying like when you were younger, you did have girlfriends because that kind of translates. I'm sorry, and correlates to how you are now because you are pansexual.
Yes.
You like men, women, trans men, trans women.
Yes.
Tell me a little bit more about that because you've actually had a trans girlfriend.
Yes.
And how did that go? How long were you with her?
Well, she was my gay wife for like 2 years. I got through a bad breakup. She was always there. Like every breakup she was there. So therefore, she would always push the issue. I'm like, girl, no, I just like dick. Like that. Like no. That's before I started doing it. So conversating. I was like, you know what? I just got over a breakup, and I told her I don't want you to be a rebound. And talking, and one thing led to another. So
did you ever sleep with her?
Yes.
You know, it's so crazy to me knowing that Rachel is pansexual because, like I said, I've known Rachel for over 13 years. And me knowing Rachel, my sister loved her some.
Okay.
Okay, so when I was finding out, we're not finding out because she's open about her story. When I was getting to know that side of her, I was so shocked. And then tell me about you also had a trans man boyfriend.
Yeah. He wasn't a boyfriend. We was talking. We did things and stuff like that. I never dated a trans man and everything. So, but it was an up and down. Like it was just like dating another girl. Sorry, don't cancel me.
That's true. That's how you feel.
And everything. It's just like the mood swings was like 10 times, and they were extra horny and everything. I'm not a top. I do a little here and there, but that's not my go-to. My go-to is to, very much fish in the bed. I want to get flipped around, head through the
So that wasn't your experience with the trans man. He didn't want to do the he didn't want to talk.
Well, at that time, I didn't have I dated, like we was dating, but we wasn't an exclusive dating. We were just like going dates and stuff like that. But my first experience with a trans man was a client. So I was in Connecticut. So therefore, it's just like, he came in, he was like, I got something to tell you. I'm like, oh gosh, you're a cop. Like, damn, lock me up.
Oh my God, ready to go.
Yeah. Bitch. So I'm just like, bitch. He's like, no, I'm a trans man. At that time, trans man wasn't really popping out there. I'm like, stop lying. You look too good. And she was buff, tall. He was like taller than me. I'm 5'10", 5'11". So he was like 6'2". I'm like, stop playing. And everything, put his hands down, and I just seen Coach. I'm like, bitch, I was like,
oh my God.
I don't know what to do at that time.
So what service did he want?
Very much top him and everything. But it was just it was it's for money, so I had to do the job.
Yeah, you're doing your job.
Therefore,
I've been there. How do you feel about trans men wanting to be top? Most of the trans men.
I had experience with a top trans man. Fab. They better than the niggas.
No, I'm not saying wanting to top. I'm saying trans men that want to be top.
Oh, want to be top? Hey, I'm a freak set, so therefore, I don't care.
What the thing is for me? It's ignorance because I don't deal with trans men. It's crazy to me that trans men are trans men and then they date butch queens and let butch queens top them. I guess I can say that gender and sexuality are two different things, but that's just my ignorance. I don't get that. But
I mean, because they wasn't really out there like now. I blame that OnlyFans guy that have been dogging the trans men's out.
You talking about the one with the dreads?
Yeah,
he want a piece of me so bad.
You should get you a piece.
No, that's too rough and it's too big. But you just you just recently had your piece that was a stud.
Oh yes, but we never had sex.
Okay.
She wanted me to have her baby and everything, so it's just like I was down for her, but she just had too much mental issues, and I'm like, you're not passing that to my baby. Sorry.
Rachel, where do you be meeting all of these people? Because, bitch, when it comes to your dating life, it is not a drought. Like, bitch,
No,
it's not.
I'm always in a relationship.
Mm-hmm. Where do you meet the people you date?
They come to me. I don't be searching. I don't be doing none of that. They come to me. I hate rejection. So only one person, that I shoot my shot at and actually hit. And that's
What is your type?
I don't have a type.
You
I
have a
really
type.
don't.
You just like what you like.
Yeah, I won't. Cause so now is this new phrase called sapiosexual, and that's very much you're attracted to people mind.
Girl, fuck all that.
No, that's me. That's me. Like I'm gonna before I fuck your body, I'm gonna fuck your mind and everything. And that's my psychology in me. So
thank you for tuning in to another episode of Pep Talk. I'm your host, Pepper Braxton, letting you know to like and subscribe to be notified every time we go live. Okay, I want to get into how you were introduced to the scene and how you were introduced to Ballroom. Like, how did that come along?
So my first time seeing about Vogue was when America Best Dance Crew. So I was in Virginia at that time.
Mm-hmm.
So I was just like, learning. I started watching Kevin, Jay-Z Prodigy. And then I
Shout out to Kevin.
Yes. And then I started watching Lego LaBeija at that time.
The commentator?
Yes,
Okay.
that do OTA in New York. Shout out to you, Lego. I seen his videos. He had like a one-on-one how to teach you how to catwalk, duck walk. So I'm a dancer, so I caught on very fast. And then when I finally moved to New York, Devo, icon, legendary. Not congratulations.
Shout out to Devo.
To you. Other than that, he had brought me around. He was my gay
father.
father.
How did you meet him though? Like, how did that interaction happen?
Social media. Mm-hmm. When I moved to New York, baby, I was like, who I need to know, I need to know.
So around what year is this?
So I moved and officially moved in 2011. Mm-hmm. So no, I officially met them in 2011.
Girl, I met you the next year.
Yeah. So 2011, I met Devo. He brought me around. I didn't start walking my ball until the end of 2012. Mm-hmm. He had taught me how to Vogue with Naima, with like Toro, with Pony, all the legends and icons that like y'all look up to. I was taught by them. Mm-hmm. Deja, Naima. Sometimes Boots Prodigy. Shout out to Boots.
That's my sister. Shout out to Boots.
I love Boots. She give me critiques and everything. That's a hard cookie, but
she gives everybody critiques.
Yes,
on everything.
But if she likes something, that means you really, really fucked it up. Mm-hmm. So
Boots is one of them ones.
No shade.
Yeah.
No shade. But so, going to the classes, back in the days, New York City was that place to learn how. That's the mecca of
New York was the mecca back then. I don't know it's not no more, girl. Let it go,
no.
Not no more, girl. But back in the day,
no shame.
New York was the girl.
The girls from Chicago.
If you wanted to be that bitch, you had to go to New York. You had to go to Esco.
Especially Esco.
Yeah. The black floor and the brown floor, Miss Thing.
Hello.
That ass.
Baby, it was just given that. So therefore it's like the ballroom scene, it definitely shaped me, it definitely gave me confidence. Even when I started voguing, I was still like, I was in school, I was working. So therefore
you've always been that. You're very dedicated and hardworking.
Definitely. I love having a 9 to 5. Even
we're going to get to that. Don't move forward.
Yes.
I want to get into, at one point of time, I don't know if it was like this in New York, but for the viewers outside of New York, we knew you as Naima's daughter. And there was like this thing when Naima used to go on rants saying that you was like stealing her moves.
Yes.
You wanted to Vogue like her.
Yes.
And then y'all finally battled and you beat her. How was that?
Oh. So the backstory with Naima, she became my godmother. And she taught me everything. And I studied her clips from the Blondet days to the Mugler days. Mm-hmm. So I study her and emulate everything. Like I'm very much like, I can see you do a move and I can remix it and everything. And she hated it. Mm-hmm. She hated it. That's when Nikki and Lil Kim had that beat. So she was using that to like us. And I'm like, look, watch your throne. I'm going to get you.
She probably felt like you was a threat because you were voguing just like her. No, it was like your own. But you were voguing just like
I had
her.
more stretch. She was more of a slutty type of Vogue. I was more so like a technique type of Vogue because I was a professional dancer at that time. So therefore, just like No, I can't help it. But
I know Deja is one of your inspirations, but who
Yes.
were more of your inspirations like when you were coming out and you were singing Vogue?
to be honest, I never really watched film queen performance or female figure performance.
Oh.
Even to this day, I don't watch. I don't care for film queen. Like I'm always
That's
about
how
the Butch
Samaya
Queen.
is.
Like Butch Queen Vogue film, very much like back in the days, like the Ricky, like to imitate the titties, like all that. Like that's like I still watch the girls, like Deja. Once I started transition, and people was like, "Oh, you need to watch these people," and she had taught me a little ones and twos as well. So therefore, I'm just like, okay.
What would you say was your hottest night? Your hottest night is Rachel, and your hottest night is Rocky.
My hottest night at Rocky that I felt was my last ball as Rocky was the
What ball is that?
Revlon House Ball. At the trench coat, that's when we was in DC.
Mhm.
Trench coat came and I broke that beat down, the best 10th of the night. Thank you. The hottest moment in as Rachel, I have multiple. So I had when I returned back to Ballroom.
With the Beyonce outfit? Well, was that Kiki thing with the Beyonce outfit?
No, with the yellow. No. That was a Kiki ball, but that's not. No, it was when I had the yellow, and I had the LSS in Dallas, Texas.
It was like you had like a bob or blunt cut or something like that.
I had a bob
like
and I had
Rachel
two
bad.
Yeah, yes,
Guess who's back again? Guess who's back? Rachel, stay. Guess who's back again? Guess who's back again? Who's the music?
I did not know that I could do all that. Like, I've been trying to like recreate that, but baby, I just cannot. That was like one of my hottest.
You can older sister.
Shade. The moans is breaking me down. The titties are heavy. Baby.
Yes.
It's just like I just can't move how I want to move. That I would say when me and Karma was tag team. At
Bitch, that night was disgusting.
Shade, me and Karma
You and Karma carry.
She could be my partner any motherfucking time.
I heard some teeth about that night. I heard that night that originally Karma had another partner that she was supposed to be with, but bitch, y'all had talked that she paid them.
Yeah.
Who was the partner?
To this day, I don't remember or don't even care for him. But
bitch,
it's like
y'all carried so bad.
She hit me up. She was like, oh, I want, and I had a partner too. I forgot who was my partner. It was like a newbie, but I was like, no shade, Karma. I'd rather have you because the Mugler.
You got one that night, right?
Of course.
Bitch, y'all carried so bad.
I can redeem myself.
Bitch, it was the tip.
Okay, bitch. Oh, you got me hyped this weekend.
Rachel, that night was the best.
I really have fun, and that's the thing about like with Ballroom. Like to this day, like people like, "Oh, Rachel, you don't come out no more. You don't come out like that." Ballroom is not.
It's not the same.
It's not fun for me. And like, if I want to release some stress, that's when I'll walk a ball and everything. I rather not prepare for a ball. Like this 5K that I'm walking, I'm not prepared. I haven't practiced. My fet didn't get here how it's supposed to, so I'm just like I'm paying out. I have a bigger name that I don't want to get through just because I'm Rachel. So no, so therefore I let them have it. It's another 5K. They always throwing out 5K balls. So
speaking of, you don't want to win off Rachel. We've had Rocky Ebony. Then we've had Rachel Balenciaga. No, we had Rocky Ebony, then Rachel 007.
No, we had Rocky Ebony,
Uh-huh.
Rachel Ebony,
Uh-huh.
Rachel 007, Rachel
Balenciaga,
Balenciaga, Rachel 007,
Rachel
Garcon,
Garcon, now
Rachel 007, now
Rachel Lavin. Bro, what's the tea with all these houses, Rachel?
So with Aga, I love the people. Let me stop being fake and lying.
This is motherfucking pep talk. Baby.
That was very much. I hated my experience as an Aga. Like people did not like me. People was trying my brother. You know how I feel about my brother Richie. Shout out to you, brother. My Eric
Shout
and
out
Tay.
to that's my brother too.
My Eric and Tay. Of Connecticut.
You know, me and Richie started out as Revlons in 2011 together.
Yes, he
we
told me.
Practice in Treehouse, bitch,
He
in the front room,
me.
bitch.
He had told me. So
Yes.
it's like, bitch. But other than that, it's like, it was a bad experience. I didn't like it. So it's like, I had to like get into it with all the heavy hitters. Like, me and Asia had got into it.
So it was about you and it was about Cameo.
No. Cameo is a whole different.
Why did you and Asia get into it?
Because she, at that time, I was coming back into the scene and her excuse was she didn't want me as an Aga. She said I wasn't ready for Aga because at the time it was hard to get an Aga.
Mhm.
And she was just saying, "You're not film queen.
Yeah, back then.
You're not film queen enough."
You know what's so crazy? I love Asia. We are on very good terms.
We're great. We're on good terms.
We're on good
now.
terms, but we were on bad terms before. We were on bad terms the very first time. I won't say why we were on bad terms, but after we were on bad terms the first time, I remember us having a couple of run-ins. I don't know if it ever got fixed, but it got to a point where we were cordial. Definitely. Then we got into it again because I said that you reminded, like in your transition when you coming up, I said that you reminded me of her.
A lot of people said, was saying oh.
In the beginning of your transition, you reminded me of her back then. Because she wasn't the Asia she is now. No, sorry. She's definitely in a different place that she was before, and she stated that before. So shout outs to Asia. But going back to that, your experience as an Aga. But
yeah, it was very much they tried my brother. They were doing like some sneaky shit. I got into it with like the overall father, the East Coast father, swung at the East Coast father and all that. Like
East Coast father is Dante. Okay.
Yeah, that experience. But me and Dante, we good now.
I love Dante. Shout out to Dante.
He's a like I grew to love him because at that time I'm like, why are you giving my brother so much? And you know how I am about my brother.
Maybe they liked each other. I don't know.
Child, I don't know, and I don't care. That don't have nothing to do with me. Don't mess with my brother. So, but other than that, and then I went to Garcon.
And you said Garcon was your favorite house.
Garcon, to this day now, Garcon is still that's still home. I feel like that's home for me and everything. Mm-hmm. So if I wasn't a Lavin, honestly, I'm gonna leave this.
What made you go to Garcon?
It was something different. Decatur, shout out to Decatur. What house he in? I don't know what house he in. I know.
I heard teams that he finna go somewhere, but I don't want to say that on this live.
But other than that, Decatur, he had reached out to me and everything. He was like, try to be father, or he was father at that time, and he very much made Garcon fun. Garcon made me feel like it was like Ebony, but a bougie type of B&G type of set. So it's like I love, and to this day, the Garcon still shows me love. Like I'm still a part of their family. Like
so, why did the departure happen?
Because I was getting too active, beating up hoes and not walking balls like I said I was gonna walk. And then it was just like I was just too B&G at that time. Like my Ebony, it was
Lawrence is B&G.
And you see he's not in the house.
Lawrence, he is she. Damn, I forgot.
And it was so much. It was so much drama, and also me and one of the iconic film queens got into it and everything. I don't do well with threats, and I told her, bitch, okay, you the one or the two.
You not there. Drea not there.
Julie's
Julie not there.
Julie's still there. Julie's still there. But other than that, Garcon, I had a great experience with them. They did broke my heart when they was like, I was literally begging to come back to the house. Before I went to the Lavin, I was literally begging to come back to the house. I love them.
I think one of the things that I liked in Garcon as far as the new Garcon is how close-knit the femme queens were. Yeah. We don't see that in a lot of houses.
And they did not like that. Lawrence and all of them.
Why?
I don't know.
Girls United.
It was just like very much a shade. Like we had our own group chat. They made it a whole big thing about it. It was a lot going on behind the scenes. And like
That gives them Queen Haiti's.
yeah, so you
Girl, I love the girl.
already seen his post about how yeah. But other than that, Lavin, I love
I'm
him.
sending this episode to Lawrence because I need to unpack with him. I might need to go to DC.
I love Lavin. Like Lavin gives me Garcon, but more so they're very business aspects and a very family aspect as well. If you don't show up, then you're just going to be falling back in everything in the shadows and whatnot. So therefore, I love the Lavins. No shade.
Now, before Garcon, it was a couple of houses in the mix that you had thought about. Weren't you thinking about being a Mugler?
Yes.
And what happened with that?
So before I went to Garcon,
Unpacking, bitch.
She said, I can't believe you remember all that.
Yes, I remember, but bitch, I'm finna bring some more shit up after that.
Mugler was my dream house.
It was your friends too, and she
Yeah.
didn't know.
So I remember at a time it was me and London Aga. We both like went to practice and everything that we was prospects to go. And I guess she got word of mouth that like, oh, they wasn't gonna let us in because we didn't have titties. That's what I was told. So I paid it. So I paid like
Brooklyn had titties for a long time.
you know,
Anyway, keep going. This is a new generation. We all
yeah, that's back in the days. But other than that, now so I was just like that had like really like gave me a bad taste. But I love the glass. I love how they operate and everything. And it's really is hard to get in Mugler. So therefore,
I was about to read.